Your journey as a hacker starts in a basement. 3 a.m. No social life, just you, a laptop, and an unquenchable curiosity about systems that were never meant to be understood by people like you. You're 16. You crack your first system, a school database. You're not doing it for money. You're doing it because you can, because you're smarter than the people who built it. That's when you realize the world isn't as secure as it pretends to be. Cracking becomes an addiction. One system leads to another. You're not eating. You're barely sleeping. Your parents think you're gaming. You're actually infiltrating networks across 3 continents. The rush is better than any drug. You're unstoppable. You gain a reputation. Underground forums start knowing your alias. Gray hat hackers respect you. Then the offers start coming. Work with us, they say. We pay in Bitcoin. You're 18. You've never made more than minimum wage. They're offering 6 figures to do what you love. Your first real job: infiltrate a Fortune 500 company. Steal their encryption keys. You do it in 48 hours. They pay you $200,000 in Bitcoin. You're 19 years old. You just made more in 2 days than your parents make in a year. That's when the game changes. You're no longer a hobbyist. You're a professional. For 3 years, you operate at the top. You've made $8 million. You've never been caught. You've infiltrated government agencies, stolen from tech giants, taken down competitors for rival companies. You're living in a penthouse, driving a McLaren. You're invincible. At least, that's what you tell yourself every night. Deep down, very deep down, there's a whisper of fear. A tiny voice that says, "This can't last forever. Eventually, someone will catch you." But you ignore it. You're too good. You're too smart. The odds are in your favor. You believe that right up until they're not. Then you make one mistake. Just one. A government contract infiltration. High level, high risk. You've done 100 like it. This one should be routine. But something goes sideways. A firewall you didn't expect. Encryption you didn't account for. You panic. For the first time in years, you actually panic. And in that moment of panic, you use a VPN that wasn't anonymous enough. You leave a digital footprint. It's small, barely noticeable, but it's there. The FBI notices. At first, it's quiet. Your bank account freezes. You don't know why. Your emails start arriving slower than usual, being monitored. Your internet connection drops occasionally, surveillance protocols activating. You notice something is wrong, but you don't know what, or how bad it's about to get. The net is closing, and you have no idea. 4 in the morning. Your door explodes. 20 FBI agents flood your apartment, guns drawn, full tactical gear. This isn't a warning. This is the end. You're still in bed, half asleep. In that moment, the moment between sleep and consciousness, your entire life shatters. You're not a genius anymore. You're not a god. You're not untouchable. You're a criminal, and you're about to spend the next 15 years in federal prison. Now you're 25 years old. You're in a federal penitentiary. No luxury, no respect, no honor among thieves like you imagined there would be. Just concrete, just guards, just the endless, crushing realization that your genius didn't make you untouchable. It made you arrogant. Every hacker thinks they're the smartest person in the room. Every hacker thinks their skills make them invincible. Every hacker thinks the law doesn't apply to them. Every hacker is convinced they won't get caught. Every hacker is wrong. You stare at the bars of your cell and realize the systems you breached had security because the architects knew people like you existed. People smarter than average. People who thought the rules didn't apply to them. People who believed their intelligence was a license to break laws. You were never as clever as you thought. You were just lucky. And luck runs out. 15 years. That's what your arrogance cost you. Your 20s, your 30s, your freedom. The best years of your life, gone. The scariest part? You're not the only one. Hackers everywhere are making the same mistakes right now. In basements. In dark corners of the internet. They think they're invisible. They think the law doesn't apply to them. They think this won't happen to them. But it does. It always does. The smartest hackers aren't the ones who never get caught. The smartest hackers are the ones who work legally, who use their gifts for good, who build security systems instead of breaking into them, who apply their genius to protection, not exploitation. Because in the end, genius without wisdom isn't genius. It's just a fast track to a prison cell. And no amount of Bitcoin makes that cell bigger.